And if you were paying attention to the order of how the keys are collected in Nowhere, then you would realize that they are indeed in order from the innermost planet to the outermost, with, of course, the exception of Auk and Fool or the sun and the moon. Perhaps this was done on purpose, and that the sun and moon, symbolizing birth and death, or light and darkness, masculine and feminine, are to be reconciled in the final confrontation at the end of the game. And in case you were wondering what the planets have to do with ritual magic, consider the following passage from the Book of Transcendental Magic. Quote, "All of the arts which have originated in ancient Magian wisdom, astrology is now the most misunderstood. No one believes any longer in the universal harmonies of nature and in the necessary interconnection of all effects with all causes. Moreover, true astrology, that which derives from the unique and universal dogma of the Kabbalah, became profaned among the Greeks and Romans of the decline. The doctrine of the seven spheres and the three mobiles, drawn primitively from the Sephirotic decade, the character of the planets governed by angels whose names have been changed into those of pagan divinities, the influence of the spheres on one another, the destiny attached to numbers, the scale of proportion between the celestial hierarchies corresponding to the human hierarchies. All this has been materialized and degraded into superstition by genethliacal soothsayers and erectors of horoscopes during the decline and the Middle Ages. Nothing is indifferent in nature. A stone more or a stone less upon a road may break or modify profoundly the destinies of the greatest men or even the largest empires. Still more must the position of this or that star in the sky have an influence on the child who is born and who enters, by the very fact of his birth, into the universal harmony of the sidereal world. The stars are bound to one another by the attractions which hold them in equilibrium and cause them to move with uniformity through space. From all spheres unto all spheres, there stretch these indestructible networks of light, and there is no point upon any planet to which one of them is not attached." End quote. One's particular astrological birth chart marks the sacred ceremonial moment of an individual's entry into this world. It serves as an astronomical snapshot, which can reveal many inner qualities of the individual simply by understanding the alignments and energetic states of the planets and stars at the time of one's birth. Again, as above, so below. So after Harry passes through the final ceremonial door, he places all of the symbols or the relics on the door. He witnesses this scene, which puts Dahlia's narcissistic enmeshment with her daughter on full display. The succession of events Harry has endured throughout Silent Hill represent a power struggle in the dysfunctional and abusive relationship between Dahlia and Alessa. Dahlia seems to acknowledge her hurtful actions toward Alessa, but she has seemingly done so only to create the appearance of appeasement for her daughter. Also, she recognizes that the mother's womb represents the link between the realm of the physical and the spiritual. The capacity for any living creature to create life represents a godlike power in a certain sense. The notion of birthing God into the earthly realm isn't so strange when viewed from this perspective. For someone who claims to see everything, Dahlia admits her surprise that the talisman of Metatron was being used by Alessa. She acknowledges Harry for saving her ritual from being nullified by Alessa's nearly completed spell. This area of the lakeside amusement park appears to be the same place foretold by gyromancy that Harry witnessed at Midwich Elementary. Remember, Dahlia's remarks about gyromancy to Harry in the Balkan church just after he leaves Midwich has to do with this. This moving part on the floor, coupled with the prophetic vision of Alessa's immolation ceremony, may in fact be part of the gyromancy that Dahlia was telling Harry about. Notice the rusty, blood-soaked grating that comprises the floor in these places. This is, of course, a place so that the blood of the sacrifice can more easily spill through the floor as an offering to appease the evil spirits.